right, next part. Which triangles are congruent? So this is a big piece of the lesson right here. So this is where you're going to want that tracing paper or that blank paper something. And if you can turn the touch screen off on your devices, that would be great. I don't actually know how to do that. I could Google it, but so can you. So stop and Google and see if you can touch or turn off the touch screen. Um, here are three triangles. Here are three triangles. Triangle PQR is congruent to which triangle? So first of all, triangle PQR is this center triangle here, triangle PQR, back to P. You can see that it's got some side lengths written in and some angle measurements. So remember, congruent means the same, that the side lengths, the angle measurements are the same. I'm sure looking at the triangles, the other two triangles that were given, triangles 1 and 3, you're like, well, they've got all the same numbers, so of course they're both congruent. Oh, but they're not. So pause the video for a few minutes, play around with this one. You've got an explain your reasoning text box underneath here. So if you're like, nope, I got this, I know why, then type in the explain your reasoning. If you're kind of not sure, then this is the time to pause the video and play around. So pause the video, see what you can come up with on your end, and then unpause the video and we'll talk. Okay, you all. So what I honestly ended up having to do with this one, and again, I have the annotate tool, students do not, it's ridiculous. I put in more feedback though, just so you know, because I can click my little feedback button over here and say, hey, the students need the annotation tool. But alas, you don't have it. So we'll make do. The triangle has to match up perfectly with triangle PQR. So I am going to take one of the side lengths, and this one is known here, 5.9. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. I am actually going to use the line tool, and from P to Q, do this correctly, P to Q. Whoa. Okay, so there's P to Q. Now I'm going to try to find the same spot on the other two triangles and see if those lines match up. So for me, I can move this line. For you, you might want to trace the line and see if it matches up. So it's the P starts in the 46.6 angle. So here's 46.6. And then it goes, it kind of almost looks like a hypotenuse. Again, we don't know if this is a 90-degree angle, but let's try it. So I'm going to try to move this over here and see if I can get them to line up. This will let me rotate and move. And okay, so those two side lengths, 5.9, those two match up. Let me come over here to the third triangle and see if I can get it to do the same. So again, I can use my rotation tool. That's what you can use the tracing paper or the blank paper for, is to trace the line and see if they are equal. Or the ruler, you can measure using the ruler. Again, eyeballing it, not going to work. Okay, so this one matches up. Okay, cool. So they both match that PQ, P to Q segment. The sides that are labeled 5.9 are matching up. Whoa. Okay. All right, so let's move on to a different one. Okay, again, use my line tool. So I'm going to go with the side that's labeled 4.3 from Q to R. So from point Q to point R. Okay, all right. And I'm going to do, so this is the side that's like across from the 4.6, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to come over here, oops, undo, and there we go. I'm going to come over to triangle ACE first. And this one happens to match, alrighty. And then I will move over here to triangle MNL. Okay, again, the N to the L piece is the one that's kind of across from the angle, so that's what I'm looking for. And what do you know? Those match up too. All right. They are both congruent to a given triangle. Okay, and we'll do that third side. The third side does not have a length given. So for this one, it would be A to E. Oops. Line tool, hello. Like I said, it would be wicked awesome if this was actually like able for you to do, or if the tools work the way they were supposed to. Okay, oops, hold on. That's not where we wanted the line. We wanted the line here on PQR because this is the one we're supposed to match it to. Okay, there we go. All right, so P to Q to R. Here's P to R, the unlabeled length piece. So let's pop over here and rotate our line around and see if their lengths match up. Okay, and let's come over here. Oops, there we go. They do. So PQR is congruent to MNL. Woohoo! Okay, and you can explain your reasoning. If you drew on a paper, you are welcome to take a picture of it and upload it right here. You can totally do that, but take a few minutes to explain how you figured that out. On this piece, you have the same three triangles. Show a sequence of rigid motions that take triangle PQR to that triangle that we decided, which is up here, which is triangle MNL. So how do we get PQR to match up with MNL using the transformations? So here's a clue for you. You are going to be using this button right here, the third one from the right, the one that's got like the percentage looking kind of sign. This has reflections, rotations, and translations. So those are the rigid transformations we're talking about. So if you want to take a minute and see, or maybe you can talk it through, okay, how would you get these to line up exactly with each other? How would you do that? Would you rotate it so much? Would you translate it so much? Would you reflect it so much? But you can try messing around with those. And if you need to reset it, then you can click this button here. Do be careful because if memory serves, you can actually delete the shapes and there's no way to get them back. Yeah, super cool, right? So pause the video, take some time to play with those, and that's awesome. All right. Once you've done that, then you can come down here. You probably found it quite difficult or impossible. Why can't there be? Why can't there just be rotations, reflections, and translations to get triangle PQR to match exactly on top of triangle MNL? What's your explanation there? So take a moment and type that in.